Hi friendos, it's Grace here. Today I want to talk to you about chunking. Now chunking is one of my favorite techniques for practicing piano, and it really is powerful if you can use it properly. It's a way to zoom in on smaller chunks of music so that you're not playing the same things over and over again and getting frustrated. You're getting progress and you're training your fingers to play the music the way that you want it. So let's get right to it. Let's say I'm playing this Rachmaninoff piece and there's a passage that I want to work on. So let's say it's and I always get stuck here. This is like what's going on? What's that chord? So what I want to do is identify where I'm getting stuck. So this is a small example of where I'm getting stuck. If you're getting stuck in a huge passage, you can still apply the same principles. So I think this chord, I want to really work on this little section. There's 4 notes. And when I break something into chunks, I want to make sure that I'm only practicing one beat plus one note. So let's say it's this. This is one beat and this is the next note. You always want to connect your beat to your next note because you want to be able to continue your practice. If you just end off like, and then you're like, well, where do your hands go next? So you want to make sure it connects to something. So I want to practice a bunch of times so that I have it down and then I go to the next chunk. And I want to use the same fingering every single time. So figure out what fingering you want. Okay, so that's the fingering I want. So the cross under. That's literally what I want to practice. I want to practice a couple notes at a time. So and I just keep doing that over and over until it's smooth, and sometimes you want to start at a slower speed. And by the end of it, when you connect all the chunks together, you'll find that you'll have a much smoother and stronger passage. So, So when you're chunking, you want to make sure that, first of all, your chunks are small enough that you can focus on 1 or 2 notes, or for example, if you're practicing a jump. And secondly, you want to make sure that you always play a note from the next beat so that your chunks have something to connect to. And this works for any kind of passage. Like if you're playing something like that, that could be your chunk. And you can play around with the size of the chunks, but always start small. So you can start with, and build on your different chunks. It works really well for jumps if you have like anything, like things like going across the keyboard. A lot of times when you're practicing piano, when you're really practicing, you're not gonna sound like you're playing a piece of music, and that's just the way it is. Sometimes practicing is not that interesting to listen to. I use this technique in all of my practicing. Whenever I have trouble, I just break it down into small chunks and practice those tiny little chunks only. And I teach all my students to do the same. So I encourage you to try this technique and let me know what you think. If you are a teacher and if this isn't something you've tried before, feel free to try it. Feel free to direct your students to this video and let me know if you have any questions or thoughts or if it's worked really well for you. I do have an email list that I send exclusive music updates and tips and stories to, so feel free to subscribe if you found this useful, and feel free to send it to a friend. Bye!